Good afternoon, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you guys are at today. This is Households by Allie Frugal Living channel. I think this is video number 18. I'm counting as video number 18. I just made a video yesterday just walking my dog down in Lebanon in another town from where I live here. So I just had a little idea because I was going to make a video about something that I was doing that was saving me money. However, I couldn't make it because some of my little critters, I think it's this little critter right here. Her name is Misty. I found her. She came to me at my other house. She came up to me and jumped right in my car, and I brought her home. She jumped out of the car and ran right into my house. She wasn't that fat. I got her fixed, and she blew up like a balloon. But I think she did it. My video that I was going to make was regarding this phone, this extra phone that I have. It looks beat up, and mainly because I have like an old screen protector on it. It's a Motorola. It's a good phone, yet I just don't use it because I upgraded my phone to a different Motorola phone. The one I'm using to make this video is my normal phone that I have right now, Motorola. And I think I paid like $40 for this phone right here that I'm pointing at. And the one I'm using for my video is like $80. And I only pay $25 a month for my phone plan. And everything's included with a hotspot, free unlimited everything, unlimited hotspot and everything. So I use it for internet and all that. So that's a way to save money. I'm not going to tell y'all what it is because then everybody runs out and gets it, but that you can all run out and get it if you want. You can look it up online. There's phone services now that you can get unlimited hotspots, so you can get unlimited internet with unlimited plans for very cheaply these days, and I thank God for that. But anyway, so I was using this old phone, but I upgraded to the one I have, but I kept it around because it was serving a purpose. However, it's not usable right now because this little critter knocked it into Marley's water dish yesterday. So before I was going to make my video, and I won't tell you guys what the video is going to be about regarding this phone, but you'll have to stay tuned and see if I can get this phone working again because of her knocking it into the water dish, because the whole bottom portion was in the water dish. This is not the water dish, but I'm just like giving an example how deep into the water this phone was, the bottom of it. So I can't use it until it's dried out. So I was looking at ways to dry out a phone that are reliable, that will actually probably work. So I didn't want to do rice because I hate wasting my rice that I'm trying to use to make my food and cat food and dog food with for something as ridiculous as drying out my phone, because I would feel disgusted after I use something like that for doing something like that. And I have done it before. Some things I did before that were stupid, like my one phone fell in the toilet at Burger King one day, and my friend Dana remembers that, and Emily. We were out cleaning and it fell in the toilet, and so I brought it into my car because we were on the road working, and I turned it on and it worked. And so I thought, oh, it's okay. So I started charging it, and the battery like started to explode. It like blew up within the case, and the whole thing became like several times thicker than what it was. So I knew the battery was trying to explode. So I was like, oh no. So I got rid of the phone because I knew it wasn't going to be any good anymore then after I started charging it while it was still wet inside. So there's no way I'm going to do that. I immediately turned this one off. And I went to turn it on again today just to see if it had dried out, and it will not turn on. So I'm not going to try. I'm going to leave it alone. But I didn't want to waste rice, so I was looking up things to do online. So I'm trying to make this video kind of fast today. So oddly enough, I had been saving, and I didn't know what I was saving them for. I have this little bag here that I'm keeping them in because I've been saving them. These little oxygen absorber packets right here. And I think that they are the type of things that, like the sorbets that dry things out. So you can see I have like a whole mess of them, and they're all different types. They're from all over the place. So I think that like that they might absorb the water, because I was looking things up and I see that I saw online that you can actually use the little oxygen absorber things, like even in your car, to keep the moisture out. However, they're so small that I don't know how much water they would absorb, you know. But so I have a whole bunch of different types in this little bag that I saved. Like it's just a small bag. It's like smaller than my hand here, so you know what I mean. So it's not a lot, but I'm going to dump them out. You can see what I've got. So it might be enough for me to put back into the bag and put my phone into it and see if, and close it up, you know, and see if it will absorb the water out of my phone. My cat wants to see what it is. Misty. Misty's into everything. Oh my goodness, Misty. She wants to know what Mama's got and what Mama's doing and everything, what everything is. So, but Mama loves her. Usually they go, girl, yeah. So you came to Mommy and stuck with Mommy all this year. I think I've had her for like a year or something now. As of last year, last fall I got her. Anyway, so I'm putting these oxygen absorbers back into this bag here real quick. And then we're going to put the phone in it, and we're going to wait. And I'll have to come back to you guys if I can remember to get back to you guys and let you guys know within maybe a week or something. Leave it in there for several days. And, you know, I mean, it couldn't have been into the water very long, because I'm always keeping an eye on what my animals are doing, what's going on in my house pretty much. And I was home when it happened. I forget what I was doing, but it wasn't that long that it could have been in the water, but I'm sure just long enough to get everything inside, you know, soaked probably from the bottom, wherever the holes are, you know, whatever ports are in there. Okay, so I got all the oxygen absorbers back into the bag. So now the area where the phone got the water was the bottom. So I'm going to put the bottom in. Can't see me doing it, into this bag. I'm doing everything one-handed because I've got the camera here with the phone. Putting the oxygen absorbers in the bag and the phone into the bag. I'm going to try to like pull the oxygen absorbers up around the phone so that the phone sits down inside the bag a little bit better. If this works according to the internet, because it was an idea off the internet, we will find out. And so there's that. I've got the oxygen absorbers in the bag with the phone. I'm closing it up just a little here. I don't really have anything to close it with offhand here in my bathroom. I have some electrical tape I could close it with. Hang on one second. I keep electrical tape all over the house because I'm always making little projects or fixing stuff with it, trying to use it for something. Let me see. Okay, here's some electrical tape. I didn't even have to go anywhere. It was like right around the corner here in a packet. It's brand new. So let me see. One second. I'm going to put you guys down for a second. And I'm going to cut this tape. One second. So I'm cutting this tape. I'll keep talking to you guys so you know I'm still here. Cutting my tape just so I can close this bag so that the oxygen absorbers maybe have a little more strength or power inside the bag. And my cat Misty's sniffing the bag right now. This tape, I don't know how old it is. I think I had just bought it not too long ago, but I don't quote me on that, because I buy it, then I put it somewhere in my house because I'm using it somewhere in my house, and then I misplace it because all the animals and all the stuff and just being rushed and stuff like that. Then I have to buy more because I don't know where it's at, so when I need it, but where I find it. So happy. I had found some too, I think. Okay. So now I cut the tape. I didn't do the best job of sealing it up. I just did a quick seal on it with my little piece of tape here across the top. And it's good enough. I mean, it's closed. So now I'm going to leave it here in my bathroom. You can hear it. You hear it's like, you know, in there. I didn't open them up or anything. They're in there. I'm going to keep that sealed until I feel like maybe within a couple of days or a week, like it might have had a good opportunity to dry out with these oxygen absorbers. And I'm not saying that they're even going to do anything. I don't know. But it's just an experiment I'm doing right now to save money, not use my rice that I use for food, save some money, and by not having to buy another phone, because I was using this phone. I use it for gaming because I can connect my hotspot on my phone that I use here to it for free, and I can game and watch videos all day long and all night long if I want to for free. So I'm going to put my tape back away in the packet here. So anyways, I want to keep my phone. I don't want to buy another one. I'm definitely not buying another one just for gaming and watching extra videos and stuff. But I want to try to save it and salvage it. But I had another purpose for that phone, and I was going to, like I said, I was going to make a video about it. So hopefully this solves the issue and saves my phone. And they said to stand the phone up so that the water runs out also. So I'm going to stand it up while it's in this bag, because I have the bottom part down, and see if it works to salvage this phone. So anyway, so that's my video today. My cat has now gone away, since I guess there's nothing interesting to observe. We're in my bathroom. This is the top of the dryer. One of my cats doesn't want to come out into the public with the other cats, so I keep some food and water here for her. So, however, the other cats like to try to eat it. But anyway, I had given them a little milk in this thing, so that's why it's over here, but I kept it there for them for extra stuff. Anyway, so I'm in the bathroom, and that's what I'm doing right now today. So anyway, if you like this video and you like to try to save money or get frugal living tips or ideas, send me a comment if you want, like and subscribe. This is Households by Allie, Frugal Living channel. Sorry I'm not showing you the rest of my house because it's kind of a disaster. There's my clean laundry, stuffed animals that I keep finding, and I wash them and kind of collect them. This is a Target guy, Target dog. I thought it was like the Budweiser guy at first, you know. I found all these, I washed them, and I love little stuffed animals, but I do give them away occasionally. There's a big dog stuffed animal that I found at the other house outside. Somebody left it in my yard for whatever crazy reason. It was filthy. It was covered in mud and dirt, so I brought it home and I washed it by hand. So I'm going to probably just give it away because I have no purpose for it. My dog doesn't like it for sure. I think he's kind of looking really not good yet. I might have to wash him a couple more times. But anyway, so I salvage stuff. Salvage towels. These are my own towels too that I use. Salvage stuffed animals to give away. My own laundry there. I just show you guys a little stuff that I have, salvaging stuff. I don't buy hardly anything unless I have to, so absolutely have to. And I give a lot of stuff away. I donate a lot of stuff all over the place. Once in a while I sell stuff because a lot of times people just aren't buying used stuff these days. They want new stuff. So, but I'll just say, you know, before I end this video, some of the reasons I do these things are, you know, to save other people money, that, hey, there are people out there who don't have a lot of money or who are very poor. You know, they barely have anything, and they can always use some used stuff, you know, or stuff that, hey, they don't got to spend money for it. They can spend money on buying themselves something to eat, some food, or clothing that they need or something, instead of buying other stuff. You know, they can save themselves some money by getting some other stuff for free that they don't got to buy. So, you know, you can find almost anything cheap or free, and you don't have to buy it. I just say some prayers, and there it is. Suddenly, suddenly I find whatever it is I'm looking for, and I could give a lot of examples of that, but not everybody believes in that. But I'm just saying, you know, God, the universe, has a way of meeting your needs, you know, and even your wants, you know, because God is a good God, or the universe. I'll just say God because I say God, you know, is a good God and wants us to have our needs met. So, but anyway, but not be stupid and not be blowing our money on things that we don't really need. You know, you can get your wants and your needs met for free, you know, if you believe. All right, anyway, wish everybody a blessed rest of their day. Again, my channel is Households by Allie Frugal Living channel. I'm not trying to convert anybody to Christianity or anything like that, but it's just my beliefs. But I do believe, and I do wish everybody the best, and I wish good things for everyone. And if anyone can learn from me or gain anything from these videos. And you know what? There may come a day when people can't afford to buy anything new in our economy and the way that the world is going. You know, people can't even afford to live these days in apartments. They're thousands of dollars. And in some cities like New York and California and stuff like that, in those cities and those states, the homeless people can't even afford to live. They can't. Nobody can afford to have an apartment, a house. Well, sometimes a house, but you know, if people can't even afford to live, how are they going to afford anything else that they really want? You know, much less food or their needs met. You know, so it's even here. It's even becoming prevalent here in Pennsylvania, where the housing, you know, even in this state where people have helped people for years, the housing is becoming ridiculously unaffordable. So here's some tips. Like if in the future, if somebody happens to see my video and it's like, I don't know, 2036 the year or something, or whatever year it is, when the economy is so bad, where everybody is basically on the streets and everybody's fending for themselves, you know, stuff that you watch in videos and movies, you know, hey, there's ways to make it without money, you know. And like I said, you know, God is the one to meet our needs. And like I said, if people want to believe in the universe, it's all good. But God is the one who meets our needs. And, you know, all we have to do is either ask and or believe, and both, you know. And there it is. So there's ways to do things. There's ways to get stuff for free. There's ways to live for free. I'm blessed by God's grace to have a job and to be able to pay my bills by His grace in the way that I'm able to. I'm going to show you my cat in the bathtub. There she is. One of them had dumped one of my socks into the cat water this morning, so I threw it in the tub to get ready to wash it since it was dumped into cat water. So anyway, okay, now I'm ending this video. It's almost 20 minutes long. I'm hoping it doesn't take the whole entire day and night to upload. So God's blessings. Have a great day. Like and subscribe. Take care. Bye.